Just kind of talk about moving it up to. You got to adjust to the heat.
Well, today was kind of our last real simulated scrimmage to get ready for the season. I think we really made some strides here lately, especially on defense. The last 3 days of practice have been our best days on defense. So, really building on that and making sure we're sharp on that side of the ball has been an emphasis, and I think that we've made strides. I think people are understanding what we're doing, and we got to continue to push forward. Offense, it's been up and down, but our playmakers normally show up. They got to show up every game. They got to do it in practice. We got to get the other ones ready to go. We got to figure out ways to protect the quarterback as much as we can. We got to get the running game going. But I think it's been a good learning experience throughout the camp, and we know what things we need to work on to get better.
You've mentioned it a couple times about the defensive line. Is it even maybe a little better than you thought it would be at this point, as far as maybe the depth and the quality of the depth?
Well, I don't want to give them too much good compliments, but yeah, I think they've done a good job, and I expect them to play well. I think we have enough playmakers there to get after the quarterback, to create sacks, to create pressure. Being physical and stopping the run game is going to be critical, that we do that as well. So that just needs to show up game day. So I'll believe it when I see it during the game, but I definitely think we have the pieces. They've worked hard. They understand what's ahead of us, and we just got to be the more physical at the line of scrimmage of the other team in order to win.
You mentioned the kind of the up and down with the offense. Is that just a result of how the defense is playing, or there are other things you want them to see? You want to see them do?
I think it's a combination of everything. I mean, on defense, we want to challenge things a little bit better while not getting thrown over our head. So we've been very multiple in what we've been doing on defense, which has created multiple looks for our offense and given problems. That's up front, that's in the coverage, that's disguising coverage. All those things matter. And then offensively, I think, all 11 on offense have to execute in order to succeed. We've had a couple sacks here and there where one guy misses something. We've got a holding call that backs us up 10 yards. Those things have created some things, especially when we had the referees today, that set us back, that we've got to make sure we're sharp on. So offensively, like we told them, all 11 got to do their job. They got to know exactly what to do, and they got to execute. Otherwise, we can have a negative play that'll set us back and make us punt.
You look at those quarterbacks, obviously you have Miller as a starter, but from Deuce and Brady, where have you seen them grow? Where do you kind of want to see them continue to improve?
I think all the quarterbacks have had a good camp. I've seen improvement. Do I want to see more? Yes. I think Brady has experience and knowledge of our offense. Just being sharp and crisp as much as he can and consistent is important. I think Deuce can make plays. He can make plays with his feet. Just understanding what we're doing and how to do it is important. And I think we've even had some other young quarterbacks. Mason, the true freshman, has had a good camp. Zimmerman is another quarterback here that's had a good camp, that has made some big throws for us. So we've seen improvement, but once again, we've got to, playing quarterback is not super easy. You've got to be able to do it under pressure with guys coming at you, with a rush, with a lot of things in your face that are much harder in a game situation. So those are things we've got to work through, and we've just got to continue to push forward, and those guys got to get ready to go.
Antonio makes talked about just his confidence kind of coming back after last season. Where have you seen him just be a little more confident in spring and in fall camp?
Well, Antonio really understands what we're doing. He's a consistent player for us. I think, once again, when he goes hard, understanding what he's doing, he can make plays. And finding ways to kind of make the contested catches is what he kind of continues to need to work through. But when he can get open and we make an accurate throw, he's going to make the play. So I like what we've seen. I think he is a great teammate. He's going to need to make plays for us.
Jeff, what's the next week like before you get into game mode? For EKU, I assume probably next Sunday or Monday. What's from now until then like for you guys?
Well, this camp has really been ones-on-ones and twos-on-twos for the most part, and we've gone good on good, and we wanted to challenge our guys to be sound and consistent and make plays. I think progress was made. Now we'll start to back off a little bit and concentrate on our opponent while continuing to mix that in and being smart with that. And we've got to get game ready. There's some things that we got to do as far as getting ready to tackle. Some drills we got to continue to concentrate on to make sure we're in tackling form and shape without taking people to the ground all the time. There's some things on offense we got to do where in practice we really don't cut our guys and they're quite as physical to get them on the ground that we do once we get to the service team, where we're going to play it like the game, and we've got to be good. And when we ask to change things up to slow down the D-line, and we want to cut them and get them down. We've got to cut them and get them down legally. So those are little things we got to work on, that when you face good teams, you have to find a way to do something a little different to take the heat off of the rush and the penetration. So we kind of have a whole package of that we'll get started this week and concentrate on, and we got to be good at it.
You've mentioned multiple times wanting to not let the opponent go over the top this season. Are you seeing the progress in the secondary in particular in limiting those opportunities?
Yes, I have. We've definitely seen progress, and that has to show up in the games. And last year, plenty of good things, but too many wide open touchdowns in the passing game, and that can't happen. So, at least at this point, we've given up a few things versus press coverage over our head, which we can't do that as well, but at least it's been contested. We've had a bust or two in the coverage. It's given open a touch. That can't happen. So those are just the subtle things that we cannot have happen, and we got to make the other team earn it. And if we do that, I think we'll have a good chance.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Jeff.